Pregnancy loss affects everyone. It doesn't matter your age, your background, whether you got pregnant on your own without treatment or through IVF. The grief hits just as hard. Despite how common it is, so many people suffer in silence, and it's definitely easy to feel alone, which is why I think it's helpful to share other people's stories. I want to share personal stories of these celebrities who've experienced pregnancy loss, not to sensationalize their pain, but to show you how universal and human this experience really is. And watch through to the end to hear my perspective as a fertility expert that's helped so many people find their way through this type of heartbreak. I want you to know what I believe has helped my patients persevere and find a path forward. Let's start with Kylie Kelsey. She shared that she had a miscarriage between her first and second daughters. And she said, it just never leaves you, whether you have a loss at 6 weeks or 13 weeks. That loss is real. Ali Wong has spoken about having a miscarriage early in her first pregnancy. She said, it really helped me to talk to others. It's one thing to hear the stats, but another to put faces to the numbers so that you stop feeling like it's your fault. Gabrielle Union had multiple miscarriages over the course of her 9 failed IVF cycles, and her journey eventually led to surrogacy and ultimately to her daughter. And she said, I was always having these early miscarriages. The first was most brutal because we told people and we were so excited. You dream of this moment and those dreams are just crushed. Lily Allen lost her son at 6 months pregnant, a stillbirth. She's since had 2 children, and she said, it's just not something that you get over. I held my child, and it was really horrific and painful, one of the hardest things that can happen to a person. Pregnancy loss isn't just a physical event. It's a seismic emotional rupture. One minute you're planning a future, and the next it feels like it's been ripped away from you. And there's this terrible sense of emotional whiplash, grief colliding with feeling confused, angry, ashamed, and even guilt. And unfortunately, society doesn't even know how to hold space for that type of pain. So many of us get the messaging that we should wait until we're past the 12-week mark to share, and that means when a loss happens, we often will suffer in silence. We field well-meaning but devastating comments like, well, at least it was early, or you can always try again, but none of that makes the grief go away. As a fertility expert, I've seen it all. I've done ultrasounds where there was a heartbeat 1 week and the next week it's gone. I've held patients in my arms when they've asked me the question, why me? But I've seen many people survive and move past this pain and heal, and I think there are a few key things. I think it's important to name the loss and acknowledge it. Call it what it is, a pregnancy, a baby, a dream. That's the first step, is acknowledging and honoring your grief. Allow space for the full range of emotions. There is no right or wrong way to feel in this situation. And whatever you do, don't go through this alone. Whether it's a therapist, a support group, or your partner, leaning on someone who can witness your pain without trying to fix it can be really powerful. The human spirit is powerful. I've seen so many patients walk through fire, recurrent losses, failed treatments, feeling hopeless, and they still find a way to build their family in one form or another. If you're going through this, I want you to know that there is hope. There's a rainbow after the storm. Maybe it's not what you imagined, but there is a way forward, and you do not have to walk it alone.